Hey YouTube, the reason why I'm doing this video is to talk about the layers to possession. See, a lot of times we get caught up in the situation that we don't know that it's layers. So you may be in a state of possession. You're looking at a person visually and you are actually the possession, but you're observing a person behaving oddly or irrational, but you are actually the person that is actually possessed. So you're dealing with the possession. Okay, I'm a possession right now, but at the same time, I'm observing certain behaviors to rationalize possession. So all of this stuff is psychologically embedded in together. It's all like it's the same formula, the same coding, the same everything. They do everything the same way. It doesn't really change much with the possession thing too much. You get what I'm saying? It's layers to the possession. It's devices in there. It's so many different things that are taking place to make you think that you're being rational, sympathetic, or whatever. The whole purpose is to get you to sympathize with sin. And this is something that we have to really start to pay attention to. Stop being sympathetic to sin. And the first thing I gotta wake you guys up to is the war on the church, because psychologically these people are trying to build an army against the army of the Lord, and the army against army against God's people. And you have to be aware of that, because sometimes they come in the image, the same image of Damascus, and stuff like that. And remember, you hear the story of Damascus and stuff like that, but they're not Damascus people. But this is the image that they want to take on, the mask. They want to do the masquerades. They want to do the masking up. They want to do the perpetrating, and they call themselves demons. You're right. You are a demon. You are a possession. But I can't tell you how you are a possession unless you listen to this video. That's what I'm about to do. I'm going to tell you how you are a possession, because your possession is in layers. So you don't realize that you are a possession yet, because you're thinking you're free because you're doing all of this evil, maniacal stuff that's being asked of you, and you're doing all this stuff that maybe not even being asked of you, just something that you want to do to vent and get out your frustration and your anger and stuff like that. I can't tell you that all of that stuff is connected to your possession and the abuse that you have sustained. Okay, I'm going to give you the perfect example. Young woman, she's going through a state of not being aware. She's being raped by multiple homosexual women and being abused. When she somewhat is in another state of her possession, she now is being puppeteered and persuaded to be an aggressive homosexual, as though this is like a glorified act. And this is like a form of possession. Vice versa, the same thing with the male. Male may endure homosexual abuse to the point where he now wants to be a dominant homosexual. And it takes a lot from him, or whatever the case may be. And he's going through the possession state of that. Sorry, I dropped the phone on that one. But all of this is true about the possessing part of stuff taking place. You don't know why you're having homosexual feelings. You don't know why you're having homosexual urges. Well, let me wake you up to the fact. Sometimes when you think that you're with your husband, your boyfriend, or your partner, and that's the only person that you're with, you're not. And now you're going through